Hello everyone, I am Alka1993 and welcome to this milestone finale for Pokemon in the Foreverlocke challenge. We're in Pokemon Yellow today, the start of the 6th loop through the generations. Our Hall of Fame number is 270, which at the moment means we have exactly 25% of all Pokemon, regional forms included, in the Hall of Fame. I hope to add 6 more today, and I realize the overlay is slightly incorrect. The level cap does not say you are yet. The level 55 has a Gym 8 level cap. That was still from last week. It is unlimited now, unrestricted. Our team for today, for this finale, is as follows. We have Radar the Venomoth, Psychic, Hyper Beam, Mega Drain, and Sleep Powder. Rocket Boss the Persian, called Rocket Boss because Giovanni has one. Thunderbolt, Bubble Beam, Hyper Beam, and Slash, so we'll see a lot of critical hits from Rocket Boss. We got Big Mama, the Nidoqueen with Surf, Flamethrower, Thunderbolt, and Earthquake. Major coverage there. Weak Oddish the Onyx, called that because it has a lower base attack stat than Oddish does, but it's still really nice, especially its high defense. I think you'll be able to do well with Double Team. I could even play around with the badge boost a little bit, but I do have to remember that if I level up mid-battle, I lose the badge boost. Similar story for Bropoke, who can do amazing with Amnesia, especially with badge boost included. But again, when it levels up mid-battle, it loses that boost. And I didn't save any of my rare candies, I forgot to do that. I don't really intend to play with the badge boost too much, it feels a bit too cheat-like. But I think my both weak Oddish, especially Bropoke, will be very useful. I intend to lead with Bropoke in the first fight. Then they have Herbs. That's got his Flash. Sleep Powder might come in, Razor Leaf. I could use it against the Onyx, against Bruno, but they actually have some good moves, and Bellsprout's stats aren't that great either, but weak Oddish, like Onyx, has even less attacks than Bellsprout to my knowledge, so we might be okay. Although they do have really good speed there for high crit chance. I have to be wary of that. In addition, we're not just going to do the finale today. Normally, the finale can be relatively short, especially if it's Gen 1 finale. There's not really post-game that I'm going to do, but what I am going to include in this finale, in this milestone finale number 50, is two things. Well, they're sort of combined because of one. I have done sequence breaking earlier in this game. Now, once we're going through the credits and into the post-credits, I will explain in a bit more detail what I did, but basically, using cuts on my Bellsprout that I had from the beginning, I was able to skip some normally required parts of the game, which means certain fights and certain scenes, mandatory things that you have in those locations, haven't actually been done. And it doesn't make sense for you to do them after already having become champion. So we're going to do that. In addition, normally in the Foreverlocke, I can never go to the Mew truck, because that basically requires you to be able to use Surf while the SSN is still there. And normally that's not possible unless you faint after getting cut. But if I faint, I lose the Foreverlocke, so that doesn't work. So we can visit the Mew truck as well. We will do that after we fight the E4 and the champion, and hopefully we are champion. And I really hope we do, because in general I want the Hall of Famers, but the sequence breaking, that entire thing only really makes sense if we fight and beat the champion. I think Bropoke's about ready. The Rocket Boss, I give some of my rare candies to Rocket Boss because I think it'll be useful for, let's say, Gyarados later on and some other Pokemon. I'm excited to get this going. I have plenty of Hyper Potions, I have plenty of full restores. Lorelei, why don't we have a battle? Huh? Now I remember from playing Legends GA very recently, there was an ice trainer. Who, I don't remember who it was, but they were an ice specialist. And they quoted Lorelei on a few occasions. I think it was in a side quest. And there were the quotes I were about to see, and I really liked that. Welcome to the Pokemon League. I'm Lorelei, the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Are you ready? Let's go. Lorelei has the smart AI quirk that she will always use super effective moves when possible, but also it means if she has a normal effective move and a not very effective move, she'll choose a normal effective move. So she should only be using Takedown here, because all other moves are resisted by Slowpoke. Not really a requirement, but that is my understanding of how the AI works. Burrowpoke's very slow, but does get a badge boost every time I Amnesia. No, Aurora Beam still. So it's not quite how I understand it. Although I suppose the ordering of the type in the program is a bit different. I'm still slower, yeah, because it's only a 10% boost or something with the badge boost, so it's not major. I'll heal up, because I have +6 special, with ×4 special attack, special defense. That's gonna do almost nothing. Attack fell, that actually gives me another badge boost. So I appreciate that. Not as fast as I'd like to be, but I don't really mind. I can just take a bunch of hits on both sides, especially the special side, which is what Lorelei mostly uses. And a Slowpoke is about to beat Lorelei. That's the entire idea. With Cloyster. Well, we have Psychic. They have Spike Cannon, so we'll see what damage that does. That is less than I expected. The badge boost does help there. And only 2 hits. Let's go Cloyster. I mean, let's go against Cloyster. Let's go Slowpoke, Burrowpoke. If Burrowpoke makes it to the Hall of Fame, that'll be the second of the Slowpoke line in the Hall of Fame. After Slow King, I believe, in Crystal playthrough 8. It was the leader of the team at that point. Hey, it's Slowbro. This is going to be an interesting fight. Because they have Psychic and Surf. Withdraw, which doesn't really affect things, but Amnesia could be annoying. But I almost one-shot them. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, doei, bye-bye. Yeah, Amnesia boost is really good. Let's go, Burrowpoke. Amnesia is definitely one of the best moves in the game, in Gen 1. Think of Jinx. Looks like she's been flattened a little bit. How dare you, Lovely Kiss, and try to put me to sleep. I will just full restore. I will wake myself up, get myself some more health. Stop putting me to sleep. Did I take the Poke-Flute? I did take the Poke-Flute. Let's play it. Okay damage from Jinx there. But now she's stuck. She's stuck in Thrash, so I can just Surf safely. And that just leaves Lapras. What did I Surf? Did I Surf? I should have used Psychic, I would have just made it. Yeah, I should have used Psychic, I would have just been fine. Why did I Surf? I don't know. Quick brain fart or something, because I used Surf earlier. Maybe against Jinx and it was fine. I was planning to use Psychic. Lapras deals a bit of damage, and Burrowpoke makes it through. Let's go. Psychic. The first Elite Four member beaten by just a Slowpoke. I like to see it. You're better than I thought. Go on ahead. You only got a taste of Pokemon League power. I need to do a really quick test for the volume. Hello? Test for the... Okay. That still works. Bruno is up next. I think I'll use Rocket Boss to start. Hitmonchan has the elemental punches in Double Team, but has a horrible special stat, to my knowledge. Let me check. I know its special attack in later games is bad. Its special stat in Gen 1 is 35, so yeah, it will not deal much damage. So I'm thinking, I bring up Bropoke again. And I just Amnesia boost all the way up, and then be fine against the rest of the Pokemon. I was wondering if the Hitmonchan will be sent out second. I think this is... Does Gen 1 have the normal order? I know in Fire to Leaf Green it definitely doesn't. Here it might. I've weight trained with my Pokemon. Savannah! We will grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ha! Let's go Rockabus. Kinda would be interesting to use my Onix against their Onix. But I prefer to have my Slowpoke ready for their Final Machamp. Although their Final Machamp has submission against my Onix, and I have a level advantage, I should be fine. So I can use Onix against both. But I'm gonna try Slowpoke, I think. Is it Hitmonchan? So Bropoke, your turn again. Actually, I will, since Bropoke beat all the others before, Bropoke will likely lose their badge boost somewhere during this fight. And Hitmonchan using Double Team is just going to be annoying. But they have Thunder Punch, that can be super effective, but Bruno doesn't have the always use super effective move. AI, that's just, out of the E4 members in Champion, it's just Lorelei, Lance, and the Champion that have it. So they're just going to be annoying. I'm intentionally leaving one Amnesia to be used later, in case I lose the badge boost after the Hitmonchan already, and I might use it against, then I might boost later on. X defense, sure. Randomly use them. I'm using physical attacks, so yeah, you definitely need that. And you definitely need Ice Punch and Fire Punch against a Water type. Not that Thunder Punch would do that much more, but it would be better. There's Hitmonchan. There's Hitmonlee. That's probably the most dangerous one. But they use a not very effective move, so we're good. Psychic and Hitmonlee. Do 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 do. Now I want to see if I can heal. Okay, now I have the reset, so I would want a badge boost again. It should be fine on just defenses. I can one-shot both Onix and Machamp. Do I risk the badge boost? Should be fine. They're faster anyway. But if I would try to badge boost now and Amnesia to get another boost, this is going to give me slightly more defenses against future attacks, but they can still crit through that. And I'd end up using a little bit lower. No, I'll just attack. See what Machamp gets us to. Well, what Onix gets us to with what Machamp has remaining. I find it really difficult to predict what they can do. Machamp is 10 levels lower, Strength is their best move against us. I could have beaten the first Onix with Slowpoke as well. Submission, yeah, we're fine. So that doubled, and then doubled again. I don't remember the exact number I was at earlier for HP, so I'm not sure if I would have been able to KO with a crit. But Bropoke beats pretty much every Pokemon. Let's go. Bropoke's evolving. No, no. Bropoke, nope, nope. You're not evolutionizing. You're gonna stay Bropoke. Slowbro comes later in the Foreverlocke. That one's waiting in the box level 23, I think it is. Alright, let's heal up our Pokemon. Poke back to full health. And I use Psychic a bunch, so I'm gonna use one of my Ethers on Psychic specifically. The rest is fine. Now comes Agatha. Agatha doesn't have a lot of super effective move against me, but it could just be... She can be annoying with Confuse Ray. Unfortunately, the first Gengar has Mega Drain as well, so I can't use Onix as safely. But what I can do is use Big Mama. I could also use Radar Venomoth and use Psychic, but Gengar's special stat is better than its physical defense. So we can use Big Mama. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. Oak's taken lots of interest in you, child. That old Duff was once tough and handsome. That was decades ago. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokedex. He's wrong. Pokemon are for fighting. Savannah, I'll show you how a real trainer fights. If you say so, I'm going to show you how a real trainer beats up your poison team. Because that's what you might be the ghost specialist, but your entire team is poison. Gengar Sprite looks really cool in this game. Let's go, Big Mama. We don't have Levitate in this game, so Earthquake. Levitate is Gen 3 through 6, Gen 3 through 7. I don't remember when it was changed to Curse Body. It might have been 6 as well. What? No Levitate here, that's the important bit. Can we... Actually, we'll still have Hypnosis later on to be annoying with. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to use old Pokemon at least once, and this is gonna be our 4th Pokemon to use. We're gonna go with Weak Oddish. Rawr, Onix! I'm gonna show you what the real Onix can do. And Onix is... Well, the intent is Onix is gonna fight the rest of the team. I'll set up 2 double teams. Gonna avoid the Toxic, let's go. Unfortunately, we didn't avoid that one. However, if we one-shot everything from here on out, I don't actually take Toxic damage. Because it's after your turn, but the end of your turn is cut off if you KO something. Because you basically skip to the end of the turn. Really? Onix's attack stat is that low that even after a double badge boost and a super effective stat move from Rock Slide, it doesn't KO a Golbat that is 6 levels lower. That's just sad. 45 base attack, I think it is. I really feel like Onix should have had higher, but it would have been maybe unbalanced for Onix being the first Gym Ace Pokemon if it was any different. Here comes Haunter. We can Earthquake that one because no Levitate. Haunter never got First Buddy like Gengar did in later games. Ghastly and Haunter will still have Levitate in later ones. Arbok, not afraid of Arbok. This Arbok doesn't have a good moveset in this game. Although it can be annoying, I guess with Glare and Wrap, but in terms of strength, not a chance. And then Gengar, who is unable to use Hypnosis and therefore Dream Eater on me because I'm already poisoned, so it's not that bad that we got hit by it. And Onix outspeeds the Gengar. And Gengar's defense is low enough, Earthquake is strong enough that Gengar does go down, unlike Golbat. And that's how we beat Agatha, with Onix. So it's my 1Xs that have done most of the things. Persian took out 1 Pokemon. Slowpoke did the rest of the team. Here, Nidoqueen took out 1 Pokemon. And then Onix took care of the rest of the team. Not Bicycle. Oh, I did already use my Super Potion? I guess so. This walk-up is really cool. I always love it. Really cool. Just the walk-up to what in the lore of the game is the final challenge. We know it's not, but in the lore of the game it is, and that's really cool. Okay, what are we gonna do against Lance? We're gonna open Gyarados, and that's the main reason why we have Rocket Boss with some rare candies on it. I hope to use Venomoth at least at some point, because it's one of my URs. It's not been, like, as great as I expected. I didn't expect it to be amazing. But I thought to use it more, but it's the coverage and now the crit chance of Persian that is nice, the coverage of Nidoqueen that have just been better. Giving me better opportunities, have been safer. And even Slowpoke with Amnesia, like, late on when I got that, and its coverage. Onyx with its really high defense, its rock typing, good amount of resistances, have been very useful, and sometimes more than Venomoth. I heard about you, Savannah. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me, Savannah. Here comes Gara. Let's see if Thunderbolt's good enough with Gyarados having a really high special stat in this game. We got the critical hit, we'll take it. We won't know if it would have been enough. Dragonair. The question is which one. If you send them out in order like all the other ones before, this is Dragonair with Thunderbolt. So this is not one I want to use Slowpoke against. However, since it a Thunderbolt's Hyper Beam Slam misses damage moves, this one's one for weak Oddish. They can barely hit me at all. Assuming this is the Thunderbolt one, and I'm really putting a lot of trust in the fact that it's the Thunderbolt one and not the one with Bubble Beam, like it could be in later games. Because then they actually might change the order. Okay, the Hyper Potion. Going second. Yeah, I guess this is really a wasted turn because I did crit them. So this one I actually understand. But now I deal way more damage than... Huh? That's way more than half of what I had before. I'll take it. That's one Dragonair down. Now go for the other one. That one does really well against weak Oddish, so we're not going to try with that. Big Mama, what moves did you have? You don't have Ice Beam. So I'm not going to use you. Bropoke, I believe, does have Ice Beam. Let's use Bropoke. Then I need to think about what I want to do for Aerodactyl and Dragonite, because Dragonite has not just Hyper Beam. The Dragonite in this game actually is a really good moveset. It has Fire Blast, Blizzard, and Thunder. So that's scary. Hyper Beam's fine. That's the best move they have in terms of damage. It's fine, right? Okay, that's 120 damage. I'm not a fan of that. I'm gonna double Amnesia, get the badge boost. Although I say that, a crit Hyper Beam KOs Bropoke, so it should just Ice Beam. Should have just Ice Beam. Crit Hyper Beam kills Bropoke. No! Please stay stuck at 108. If it goes much further, then we're fine. Oh, was that a crit already? This can't have been just a badge boost. Must have been a crit already before. Okay, we'll just Ice Beam it here. Get out. The question is, what do we do against Aerodactyl? Its best move against me will still be Hyper Beam. I don't dare to use Bropoke against Dragonite. But what would Dragonite be able to do? Dragonite could super effectively hit Radar, not Rocket Boss. Could super effectively hit Big Mama with Blizzard, Onish, or the weak Oddish, but Onyx with Blizzard. Bropoke with Thunder, Herbs with Fire Blast. So really, I probably should use Rocket Bust and just hope that Slash Crit will do enough. Against Aerodactyl, we use Weak Oddish. But Dragonite's a scary one. That's another reason why Rocket Bust is at higher level. I intended to use Bropoke a lot. That's why Bropoke has a lot of the... Bropoke has a lot of the Rat Candies used on it. But then knowing Persian would be against Gyarados, I wasn't sure if that would KO. And then the potential of Dragonite, that's why I got the rest of them. What I might do, but it's really risky. I could just double team 6 times, which makes it really likely I will avoid the Blizzard from Dragonite. And I have a boost, but like boosting my special stat a bit. But if they hit, Onix is still dead. I think I should still use Persian. Persian will probably be faster. And then unless they crit, I think I'll be okay. Let's go with that. I have Ice Beam on something, but they have Thunder, so I can't risk it with Bropoke. Well, I can, but it's easier, I think, for them to kill that. However, Dragonite has really high stats. That includes a high speed stat. I haven't used Radar at all. Haven't used Herbs, haven't used Radar. Could have probably used Herbs against one of the Onixes before, but decided not to. Alright, now for this one, Slash. I go first. We will get a crit. That's about half. There's a Hyper Beam, so we're safe on the next turn if we live this one. Yeah, Gen 1 has a higher crit chance. In hindsight, should I have gone for Onix? I don't know. They would have used Blizzard against Onix. That might have still hit, even after 6 double teams. In a way, would have lowered the risk. But, yeah. You're never certain. This sucks. It means that we don't go deathless in this run. And I needed, I think, all the next 9 months to be deathless to get to 50% deathless overall, but I can't really ask for that, can I? That sucks, though. We got a death. Let's see, Rocket Boss was still 66. Lance's Dragonite crit with Hyper Beam. Dead Kato. Which means the Persian wait! There is a positive thing about this. This opens up a slot for a Gen 1 Pokemon, and it's a UR. I was waiting for 2 more Gen 1 slots to open up before I would play Let's Go again. The Persian now open, that's 3 URs together with the Bootops and Jinx. I have Scyther and Machoke as 1X, now I just need a 2X. But it needs to be 2X that's available at the start of the game, preferably before Brock. Before I can really play Let's Go. Okay, let's make sure I delete Persian from all of my trackers. And then we go defeat this horrible Pokemon. But you know what an extra scary thing about this situation is? Hyper Beam is a really strong move and you have to recharge after you use it. However, if you KO a Pokemon with Hyper Beam in Gen 1, you don't recharge. So Dragonite can attack. They have an attack with a really strong Pokemon with really strong moves. Do I go Onix? What's Onix's base speed compared to Dragonite? Onix is high base speed. Dragonite has base 80, so it's not as high as I thought. Onix, does Onix have higher? Onix around that. Base 70 on Onix. I have no idea about EV or the stat experience on that one. My Onix is one level higher only compared to that Dragonite. Onix will die to a blizzard. Huh. That is not what I wanted. How do I deal with this now? Who can potentially survive a hit of whatever they throw at me? This actually scares me right now, because if they hit all of their moves and go first, I'm done. I have 2 Pokemon that I'm convinced can KO him from here. Onix with Rock Slide and Bropoke with Ice Beam. But they need to actually get to their moves. What is Slowpoke's special stat? Only 40. But its HP is 90? Could I survive a Thunder? I'm already damaged. What about Nidoqueen? Nidoqueen's 75. Oh, Venomoth. I could try and Sleep Powder it, but then if I miss Sleep Powder, I'm screwed. Venomoth has 90 special, 70 HP. I don't think weak Oddish, my Onix, is gonna outspeed this Dragonite. I don't want to lose the 50th one. I don't want to lose any more games. He has a super effective move against all Pokemon that I have remaining. Due to their AI, they will always use said move. So I could also play it for accuracy. Blizzard in Gen 1 is a 90 accuracy move. Fire Blast is 85. Thunder is 70. Thunder has the lowest accuracy of all their moves that they might use, highest chance to miss. And Bropoke is something that can definitely KO that Dragonite. Bropoke, be our hero. You've already defeated so many Pokemon. They missed Thunder! Bropoke! Let's go! Lance defeated! Let's go, Bropoke! Let's go! Let's go, Bropoke! Let's go! One more challenge, and we do it without Rocket Boss. How are we gonna do that one? Well, let's just heal the gang up. We look some weak Oddish. We look some Bropoke. I guess I'll elixir on Big Mama. I haven't used any. I haven't used the other two. So I'll put Rocket Boss at the back as it's fainted. Who is gonna be my opener against Blue now? Okay, we're gonna start with Sand Slash. And I believe they have the Jolteon team. So for Sand Slash, do I use Slowpoke again? Slowpoke can actually do well against their entire team except for Jolteon. And I did Did I recently level up with Bropoke? It was against the Hitmonchan, I think, so I might be able to keep the badge boost for a few of them. Bropoke has beaten 5 Pokemon against Lorelei, 4 against Bruno, and a 1 against Lance. 10 out of the 20 so far have been taken up by Bropoke. Is Bropoke a 1X that really doesn't have that high stats? Gonna be the absolute MVP in the E4? I think it might be, and I'm not gonna use Radar whatsoever. If I still had a rare candy for any of my Pokemon, I would use it on Bropoke here. So that I would keep the badge boost for as long as possible, and also for the slight more survivability. I'm gonna see how long I can keep it going. That Sanchez does scare me. But maybe I should just... Yeah, maybe I should just Surf immediately to take out the Sand Slash. Do have the potential crit slash as well, but Earthquake normally will do more. Alright, Slowpoke, let's go. You're the Pokemon League champion. Savannah, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I'm the most powerful Pokemon trainer in the world! I'm now just thinking that death on Persian, due to that Dragonite, would not have happened in Red and Blue. Now sure, they have it, Lance has a Dragonite and it has Hyper Beam. However, their moveset is horrible in Gen 1. It's like Barrier and Agility and then another normal move. So then it would be safe to use Onix. Things are a lot safer and easier to predict in Red and Blue. Movesets are better, which makes it scarier in Gen 2. I don't need to do it here. I think I'm gonna Ice Amnesia once. Slash will crit. Don't do more than half, because then I'm screwed. That's 80 damage. Earthquake will do slightly more, so we're good. A Hyper Potion here, they will do slightly less damage, I think. Unless this ignores the badge boost. Which means it's pretty much the same. But that's already a crit, and it's a crit 80 damage. That first one didn't crit, so there's one crit either. That's how multi-hit moves work in Gen 1. Bropoke the hero. It had, I think, Surf, Ice Beam, Flamethrower from the start? Maybe Water Gun instead. No, I would have had Surf. And I had Headbutt, I think, for a very long time. No, I didn't have Psychic yet, because I used the TM on something else. It was Ice Beam, Surf, Confusion, because I got Confusion early on, and then Headbutt. And then Confusion became Psychic, and then Headbutt became Amnesia once I got to the later levels. But I think I did use the Saffron City TM of Psychic on Bropoke to get Psychic a bit earlier. Alright, Alakazam. They only hit me with Psychic and Psybeam. Kinesis would be annoying, though. As long as they don't use Kinesis on me, I can safely get to do this fight, set up 2 more Amnesia for regular boost, for badge boost. That's a crit, that's not nice. Also confusing me. I don't think full restore heals Confusion in this game, I think. Kinesis failed, thank you. Try Amnesia. Recover, that's a stupid, yeah. Full heal I think does. Full restore doesn't. Try one more. Just don't use Kinesis. Low chance to work, but just annoying with accuracy. Failed again, thank you. Amnesia, not confused. And I've had a few turns of being confused now, so it's pretty likely that we get out of the confusion soon. Just don't confuse me again with Psybeam, please. That's unfortunate, also against the other Pokemon. So I'm actually going to try to not KO this Alakazam. I'm going to wait. I don't mind if they lower my special here, because that badge boosts me again. And then I can also Amnesia again to get another boost. Hard to tell, that's fine. I'm just trying to get out of the confusion. And then hopefully they don't Psy-beam me, calm down, on the turn that I heal or attack. So this is an extra badge boost. Won't complain about that. See how long I can keep it. Even if I don't keep it, Bropoke is still going to be good against multiple of their Pokemon. Like everything except Jolteon. Which means I'm not going to use Radar at all. Because I'm going to use Onix against Jolteon. Kinesis fails again. So we don't have lowered accuracy. We're not confused. We have 3 Amnesias active. 5 badge boosts in total. Because every stat change works, even if it was them lowering my special. And I was able to use 4 Amnesias. Exeggutor, the only grass move is Leech Seed. So actually, they will only use Leech Seed. Also, I was thinking, I had Flamethrower on Bropoke earlier. Maybe. Flamethrower instead of Psychic before. Might be, yeah. I'm faster than Exeggutor thanks to the badge boost, hey. But because of the smart AI where they use super effectiveness, they would have only used Leech Seed here. Okay, badge boosts are gone here. But I'm going to keep using Bropoke. I think it is my best Pokemon here. I'm not going to be faster than Cloyster now. So Clamp could be annoying, but they didn't go with it. Low damage Spike Cannon, didn't crit. It's always a bit scary with the multi-hit moves like Spike Cannon and Fury Type. So the first one crits, the rest officially doesn't, but this damage output is the same as if everyone would crit. I do still have maximum Amnesia active, so that's a KO. And now they... Actually, I'm not sure about not very effective moves. Wait, no, Ghost doesn't affect Psychic in this game, so they wouldn't use Confuse, right? They use the normal effective move in Quick Attack, so we are very safe here. Bropoke takes out another Pokemon. 5 on Lorelei. 4 on Bruno. The Onix did that on Bropoke. What did Bropoke take out on Lance? You know, it was just Dragonite, so that's 10. And then another 5 here. That's 15 out of the 26 taken out by Slowpoke. Onix, you can finish it off. It sucks that we got a death. I never like having one. Even if it's like an intentional one to be able to upgrade a team. Which I haven't had to do lately, but it's never nice. This does open up the possibilities for Let's Go a bit more. I just have to look at what 2X would be available. I think Oddish is one of the few 2Xs that I have in Hall of Fame, but that are available pre-Brock. It's something I have to look into. Because then I might even consider just killing off on Oddish, wherever Oddish is, which I think my Oddish is in Gen 1. But I'm not sure. Weak Oddish. I might have nicknamed you Weak Oddish, but please. Bring us to the Hall of Fame. Show us your strength. What a show of strength. Hall of Fame. I defeated. I'm gonna say this once. Fucker! Let's go! Yay! No, Bropoke, you still can't evolve. For sure the hero of the E4. You did so well. I wonder if Slowpoke would have survived that Dragonite Thunder. I don't know the exact stats on it, and any stat experience that a Dragonite might have. Probably with some cheating programs you can check the exact stats, or like be able to catch opposing trainers' Pokemon, you can check its stats that way. And then you might be able to put it in a calculator. I don't know if I would have survived that Thunder, but I went for the best chance I had with accuracy, And it worked out. So let me explain a little bit more about that sequence breaking that I did. There are 8 rival battles in the game. There's Lab, the optional one in Route 22, Cerulean City, SSN, Pokemon Tower, Silphco, Route 22 right before Victory Road, like right after you beat Gym 8, and then the champion one, the one that we did just now. The only one out of those that is optional in a regular playthrough is the one in Pokemon Tower. Now, you have to go through Pokemon Tower to get the Pokeflute to get past Snorlax. However, the Pokemon Tower and Silphco ones, so that's fight 5 and 6, are the only ones that you could, within the legal bounds of the game, playing on your own, you could do out of sequence. Because, like, once you're out of Rock Tunnel, you get to Lavender, you could do the rival fight in Pokemon Tower immediately. But if you instead go into Route 8, Route 7, go to Celadon, beat the Rocket Hideout there, grab water from the Celadon condominiums, bring the water to allow you to get into Saffron, you can get into Silphco, do the rival there. The developers realized this and thought, hey, it wouldn't make sense if you fought the Silphco one first and then the Pokemon Tower rival, because then the Tower rival is lower level with a weaker team of what they use in Silphco. So to my knowledge, I don't think I've ever done this. I don't remember. I've known about this, that if you beat the Silphco one, the rival in Pokemon Tower just disappears and it's skipped. But that is the only rival fight where that happens. The thing is, none of the other rival fights have that trigger. Now sure, the optional rival fight in Route 22, so the Rival 2 fight, it does have a trigger for it to disappear, and that's if you defeat Brock. Otherwise, you would have been able to do that one super late as well. But in terms of just the order of the rival fights, the only one that has a trigger to disappear by fighting another rival fight is the one in Pokemon Tower. Which means that trigger does not exist for the one in Cerulean City. It does not exist for the one in SSN. Normally, you have to fight them. Because to get into Gym 3 to progress the game, and to get even to Rock Tunnel, you need to be able to use Cut. To use Cut, you need to get into the SSN. To get Cut in the SSN, you need to fight the rival on the SSN. To even get on the SSN, you need to get to Bill. To get to Bill, you need to first fight the rival in Cerulean City to get to Nugget Bridge. They're all required. However, if you trade, or in my case transfer the Pokemon into your game, and one of those Pokemon already has the move Cut, so you're skipping the entire grabbing of the HM, have the move Cut, you can sequence break it. There is a cut tree at the south end of Cerulean City. Normally, it's just there for a kind of a bit of decoration. You normally can't really get past it until later. Like, sure, having Misty's badge, the Cascade badge, unlocks the use of Cut outside of battle, but you don't get the HM until you get to Vermilion and the SSN. So you barely will ever make use of that tree. You'll still just use the house in the top right of the city that was broken into by Team Rocket Grunt that took the Dig TM. However, what I did was I went into Cerulean City, didn't go to the rival fight or Nugget Bridge or Bill. I just went to into Misty's gym, beat Misty, was allowed to use Cut outside of battle, used Herbs the Bellsprout, who already had Cut down the tree, left. Vermilion City, I never went to Bill, therefore I never had the SS ticket, and therefore I couldn't even get on the SSN to do the rival fight or get the HM. But I didn't need to because I already had Cut and the badge to use Cut outside of battle, so I could get to Vermilion Gym and then get to Rock Tunnel after. Both the rival fight in Cerulean City and the rival fight in SSN should still be around. And also, because we never need to grab the HM for Cut, and we are able to use Surf outside of battle, we will be able to find the Mew Trek. So after these credits play, and we've enjoyed our Hall of Famers. I'm going to fight the rival in Cerulean City, skip as many changes as possible on the way to Bill, and then we're gonna go see the Mew Truck. I think that'll be real fun, and then beat the rival fights well after already having beaten the rival as champion. I'm the new league champion. Congratulations, you and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers. Rope, let's go! Best Pokemon! We got Big Mama, who did one fight against the Gengar. Weak Oddish, who ended up doing a lot. The 1X is really shown today. They were my best matchups against many E4 Pokemon. Radar, who went unused somehow, so we'll use Radar a bit in postgame. Herbs. There's Herbs the Bellsprout. And then Rockabus, unfortunately you don't count as a Hall of Famer. I will use you again, likely, in Let's Go. Actually, Persian is the version exclusive, isn't it? Is that one... Is Persian available in... Let's Go... Pikachu? Because I need to play Pikachu because that's the one I haven't beaten yet, and that's what Scyther is in. Let's actually look that one up. It's Persian... It's like Persian in one of them, and then it's Arcanine in another. So I'm being happy here that I have another slot open for Let's Go, but it might not. Okay, Scyther is Let's Go Pikachu. Yeah, that's the one that we needed. What about Persian? Persian is Let's Go Eevee. Ah! Nope. We can't get it. Not in the same game, so it's not an extra slot in. It's an extra slot for Let's Go game, but I want to specifically beat Let's Go Pikachu. So that I have beaten all of the games at least once, and I've already done Eevee. And I did Eevee because Victory Bell was in that one. And I had a Victory Bell to catch, like, on Route 1. Speaking of that, I'm going to check what I can just catch on Route 1 in those games to see what's available for URs or 2Xs just overall. Route 1, Pidgey, Oddish, Bellsprout. I've already used Victory Bell. I have Hall of Fame Bellsprout right here. Oddish for sure is in Let's Go Pikachu. Vileplume would as well, but I'd prefer to have Vileplume used in Gen 2. Because I've been looking forward to using a Vileplume there with Sludge Bomb. Surfing Pikachu. Flying Pikachu. Pikachu Thunderbolt! We are now the champion, and we don't even get healed. How rude. I also don't have Fly on the team. So I have to go get a Pokemon with Fly. Now, I did say I would use Radar and Bellsprout at least once. Especially Radar, I really want to. And Radar will be able to participate in the thing I often do at the end of the finale, which is beat up weak Pokemon with a strong move. Go Radar. Put him to sleep. And then Hyper Beam. And that is how we beat up a small Pokemon with a big move. I have used Radar. I'm not gonna use Herbs. And based on Foreverlocke rules, I'm not allowed to use like my Pokemon in post-game. So even this fight with Radar is technically illegal by Foreverlocke rules. If I want to do anything in post-game, I should box my Pokemon, build a new team based on the Foreverlocke rules of having 3 Pokemon that can evolve, 1 that can evolve twice. That's not how I'm gonna do it. What I'm gonna do is grab a different Pokemon to use in battle, because that does seem appropriate, and also one that has Fly, and the highest level Pokemon I have in the Gen 1 box happens to be one with Fly, namely my Moltres. So I will deposit my Persian because it's dead anyway. Rip Persian. Change box, yeah. Change box to box 12, the dead box. Bye, Rocket Boss. And we change box again. We go box 4. And we find ourselves Fire Chicken. And now it's time to see if the sequence breaking worked. It would have been awesome if I could do the SSN rival fight first, and then do the one in Cerulean, but to even get on the SSN I need the SS ticket, which is with Bill, which is behind the Cerulean City rival. I will put a screenshot of the fact that I made it into the Hall of Fame in the Foreverlocke Discord real quick. Because it wasn't as clear of a Hall of Fame screen on this game with the entire team together. You ready, Fire Chicken? Please work, please work, please work. We have just beaten my rival as a champion. And he shows up at Cerulean City! It works! Let's go! Sequence break 1 successful! Sequence break 1 successful. Rival is still in Cerulean. This is gonna go up on YouTube as a separate highlight, I think. Separate from the finale video. Oh look, it's a Spearow that he didn't even use in his champion fight. Fire Chicken, use Flamethrower! We do have to fight the entirety of Nugget Bridge. Oh, Sandshrew, how cute! I think I beat that one with Bro Poke. I think, when you were level 62-ish? Fire Blast! No? I think I said Fire Blast! Fire Blast. Good. Bye, Sandshrew. Oh, Rattata! A Hyper Beam! Kill the Rattata. Bye-bye! Oh, so cute. Eevee, you don't even know what to evolve it into. Except... you do. Because I fought you with a Jolteon multiple times. It's dead. I'm gonna turn off, just momentarily, the move animations, which I normally never do in the Foreverlocke, just so we can get to Bill quicker. In terms of the YouTube highlights, I will skip, like, getting to Bill. I'll edit that out, because I just want to show off the sequence break itself. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Flamethrower, all of the things. It's the accuracy move. I'm not 100% on what the shortest route is in terms of fighting the least amount of trainers on Route 25. I still have to fight most of them. I don't remember which of the hikers has the least Pokemon. I think it's one Pokemon and they might have 2 or 3. Feels really weird going here so late. I trained up a bit more and used some rare candies to get everyone up to Misty's level back when I was at that gym. This is weird. Just doing little fights like this that I normally do as I'm just progressing through the story and training up my Pokemon when it's actually needed. Now I just obliterate them with something that's level 56 and a legendary. Because I did some sequence breaking. In Gen 3, by that time, like Fire Red Leaf Green I'm referring to now, the developers were aware of the fact that this sequence break was possible. So they made it impossible by putting... there's a girl with an electrode, like in the bottom right of the city. She has, I think, a Slowbro in Fire Red Leaf Green. They move her from her normal spot to in front of that cut tree until I think you get the HM. Which, or at least until you have gotten to Bill, because then you have the other exit anyway. And maybe beating that rocket might be the trigger, I don't remember. But at least until a later trigger, and then she moves. To make sure that that sequence break isn't possible. Maybe it is until you get the HM, because then you could still sequence break. Actually, the sequence break of Vermilion isn't stopped by her anyway. So it's probably just until you either get to Bill and get the SS ticket, or until you've beaten the rocket in the top right of the city. I should update the stats. I haven't updated the stats. So this now is win number 49, even though we didn't get 6 Hall of Famers. We have +1 death, so we're at 104. The Hall of Famers are 275. They don't even have Mankey here. They're supposed to have Mankey in the final fight. Oh no, there was the one before. This is already the Rocket guy that wouldn't let me be part of Team Rocket. Hi, person that gives me Charmander. Bye, person that gives me Charmander. Okay, we have to fight one of the 2 hikers. I choose this one. How many Pokemon do you have? 1! Yeah, just the right one. Pretty sure we have to fight her. Yeah. We have to fight the next guy, but not the guy up top that's blocking the TM Seismic Toss. And then there's one more last afterwards. Interestingly, when you skip the animation for fly, you don't actually disappear from the screen. I think the guy that's up top, I need to be one more square north for them to be able to see me. So if I stay as low as possible, then I should be able to dodge them. And we fly. We beat them, jump. We been fire chicken. We don't have fire turkey in this game because that's ho-oh. Skip you. Do you have to fight you? Yes. It's been a while since I had a death, so I even forgot to take Persian off of the overlay. Well, like, I've had like, the occasional death recently, but not maybe during finales. So that's why I didn't have to update them yet. No, I tried to burn the auto, she didn't work. Hyper Beam. Completely obliterated them. And then the turn after, I can just attack again. That's just annoying. Don't sand attack me. I only took Fire Chicken to beat you with. I'll heal after Bill, when we get to Vermilion. Get my power points back. Yeah, you go in there. I run the system on the computer. That is the SS ticket for us. And using the SS ticket, we can now go see the other two things. Namely, the other rival fight that we did a sequence break for. And our good friend, the Mew truck. Allow Officer Jenny, that gives me Squirtle. Bye, Officer Jenny, that gives me Squirtle. Hello, I have an SS ticket. Would I be allowed on, please? Oh, I have to show it here? Okay. Now that I'm here... Big Mama, surf! Truck! Yay! Yay, new truck! Did it! Whee! Look how tiny that ship is. You can actually just surf around here. I don't think there's fishing encounters in here either. La 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 la. Alright, let's go see the rival. The trigger for the ship to leave is when you exit the ship by walking after you've received the HM for cut. So if you never receive the HM... Oh, not here. It's down after I take the stairs. So if you never reach the... get to the HM... doesn't happen. If you faint after reaching the HM and you reset at the Pokemon Center, you didn't leave the ship by walking. And that would be a regular way that you would be able to still get to Mew Truck doing the game the normal way. But also, isn't there a rival fight here? Yeah! Sequence break successful! Ba-dum-bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum-bum. How long is this spear that you're never gonna use again? Fire Chicken! Fire Blast! Oh, you got a Rattata that's also gonna die. With Hyper Beam. Die! You didn't level it up much from Cerulean City, did ya? Oh, you still got your cute Sandshrew. Oh, how adorable. Fire Blast. Aww. Eevee. Hyper Beam. There we go. That's how we do it. Oh, we could get the HM for cut. How about, let's think. No. No, no need. I have cut. Leave. The ship will stay here forever. And we're gonna end off this stream in the only logical place where we should be in the first generation of Pokemon. And I don't mean the Game Gunner, I mean the Mew truck. Which isn't the Mew truck, but people in the past believed that due to rumors that that's how you got Mew. Bro Poke Surf. Whee! La 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 la. Thank you everyone for supporting the Foreverlocke. It will stay here for many more years to come. 50 playthroughs have been completed in the last 2.5 years and a bit. And so many more are yet to come. I appreciate you all. Make sure you always remember that you are worth it. Goodbye. Thunder Wave.